In this week's parasha, we have the final 3 plagues, and we know from the Pesach Seder that Rabbi Yehuda created a mnemonic from them, Titzach Adash Ba'achav, and we take a little bit of wine out of our glass when we say them. Now, taking 10 plagues and taking the initial letters of each is not rocket science. You really do not need to be one of the greatest of Rabbi Akiva's students to do this. And anyway, what was Rabbi Yehuda so afraid of, that we'd forget the plagues written in the Torah, that he provided us with these acronyms as a mnemonic device? Rest assured, some nursery school teacher in the future would have made up a song to Old MacDonald had a farm to help us remember. So it must mean that there's something much more than just dividing the plagues into 3, 3, and 4 by the acronyms. There is a much deeper message being conveyed here, and something that Be'ezras Hashem we can implement into our lives. Now, there are many different answers given by the different commentators, and I'd like to share one from the Barbanel. He was the statesman and economist who served as the finance minister of Portugal and Spain, and in his spare time he also wrote a commentary on the Tanakh. I guess he didn't spend time scrolling on social media. And he analyzes the 3 groups and says, the purpose of the first 3 plagues was to prove to the Egyptians the basic fact that there is a creator of the world, there is a God. And that's when the Torah tells Pharaoh, it tells to Pharaoh, it says, with this you will know that I am the Lord. The next insight was Hashem is interested in the world. He supervises and administers it. And he says that the next 3 plagues came to prove it. And when the Torah says, in order that you will know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth, meaning that Hashem is not disconnected from the world. He is supreme, but his loftiness is expressed in his interest in every single creature. Hashem cares about the world he created, and every single thing in the world. That means you and me too. Yet Pharaoh could have thought that even if Hashem exists and cares, his power is limited. He may want to help, but who knows if he can? For this Hashem sent the last 4 plagues, at the beginning of which Pharaoh was told, in order that you know that there's none like me in the entire earth, in order to show you my strength. So Pharaoh needed these 10 plagues in order to comprehend these 3 insights, that Hashem is the creator of the world, that Hashem is involved and cares about the world he created, and that Hashem is all-powerful. But the commentators all explain that the plagues were not for the Egyptians' sake, they were for ours, both at the time of Exodus and today in 2025, to instill emunah in us. And these 3 insights are significant. They have the power to change our lives. They encapsulate the concept of Ein Od Milvado. There's nothing other than Hashem. And the more that we can internalize this and incorporate this and realize that there's nothing other than Hashem, the more we will be able to withstand the vicissitudes of life, and especially now, what we're going through as a nation. I tried to be very careful with what I watch and read, but I saw a photo of Hamas parading a hostage before she was released. And immediately after that, I read an article that New Zealand is asking people if they served in the IDF, if they apply for a visa. And as my blood started to boil, I thought of these 3 things, particularly Bikara Va'aretz, in the midst of the land, that Hashem is intricately involved as a loving Father in everything that is going on right now. And we are told that the Jews were redeemed because of their emunah, and that in the future, Be'ezras Hashem, it will be soon, we will be redeemed again because of our emunah. And so I think now, especially as we are going through these parashas of Geula, to know that redemption is in our hands, if we can hold tight to our emunah. Good Shabbos and Chodesh Tov. May it be a month of Besares Tov.